Hey everybody, here we are back again with my series of 7 fragrances for 7 days. 7 days, 7 fragrances, 49 fragrances in total, no repeats. And I'm doing this as a push towards 3,000 subs before the end of the year. Hopefully I get these videos out before the end of the year. I didn't think about that. I thought, yeah, I'll do 7 videos to get 3K before the end of the year. Am I going to have time to upload these? So I'm just probably going to be as little editing as possible so you can see how much I stuff up. Yeah, that would be good. You can see how much I stuff up. In my normal videos, there's usually not that much umming and ahhing and other interruptions that happen because it's all edited out. And I think I'm going to keep the editing light on these ones so that I can get them out quicker. Okay. What's the topic for this list of 7? So the first day we had all Roja parfums fragrances. The second episode or the second day we had all Clive Christian fragrances. I'm going to mix it up a little bit and we're going to talk about compliment getting. I've never done this in my entire almost 400 videos that I've put out on fragrances. I have not done a list video about compliment getters. Have I? I've done a music video about compliments. You can check that out. If you just go to my channel, if you just click on my channel, it'll open up and the video that pops up is my music video about compliments, getting compliments from fragrances. The first ever fragrance related music video of all time. That was me. Tell your friends. Or maybe you don't have friends. That's why you're watching fragrance review YouTube. Anyway, hi, you're awesome. Anyway, this one's all about compliment getting women killer fragrances. Now, women killer fragrances, if you actually type in and search YouTube for like woman killer fragrances, there is a ton of videos. Now, I don't understand why there's so much violence against women with regards to fragrances, but it seems to be like from the view count, it seems to be this is a really popular topic. Why shouldn't I cash in on this? Why? I should cash in on this. And hell, if I get cancelled, then, yeah, I didn't have like 3 million subs or anything. It's just not even 3K. Anyway, I've got my own list of 7 compliment getting. So you get compliments, but you also kill women with these fragrances. So this was a hard list to come up with. Yeah, for me anyway. I had to be thoughtful. So let's kick off. The first one I have in my list is this one right here. This is by Dunhill. This is the original Dunhill Icon. Great fragrance. Get off. Great fragrance, like a huge, lovely sort of neroli and black pepper. Very classy for a designer scent, a cheap designer scent. I got this for like $40 for the 100 ml bottle, and it will do some damage. It will be like, you smell great. Thank you. Bah! Like this. And this is the bottle to do that with. This is the bottle that will kill all who stand in its path if you turn it into a projectile of compliment reception. I just came up with that. A projectile of compliment reception will be thrown your way if you receive a compliment from this, and you will kill all the women whilst getting compliments with this fragrance. I'm so getting cancelled. All right. The first woman killer is gone. The next woman killer is this one right here. It's an old school one, and unless you were from Melbourne from the 90s, you do not know this fragrance. This is called Christos, and this is Christos Woman by the house of Christopher Coronis. Christopher Coronis was a local Melbourne designer, nice Greek boy, who made some pretty good, pretty timely sort of designs for like the 90s and the early 2000s, quite ostentatious for the time. But, if you look back on it now, you'd be like, yeah, I can't believe we wore those. But we did, and we thought we were cool. And it was the height of coolness. And then towards the height of his popularity, he released a fragrance, one for men, one for women, I do not have a full bottle of the men's one, but that's one that I did actually buy in 1999, I believe. That's when I bought my bottle, or 1998. I can't remember exactly, but I did go through an entire bottle of that. I, in disguise, bought it from my dad, but he doesn't wear fragrances, so I wore it because that's the time I was clubbing a lot, and it was a great clubbing scent. This is the women's version. Lovely sort of plum affair. Now, I would probably say that this is the great-great-grandmother of Tom Ford's Black Orchid. To me, they have similarities, but this does not have like the truffle and the earthy, the sort of the depth and the heaviness that the Black Orchid does. This is more light, more ripened flesh of stone fruits, and it's a great fragrance, and it's also very, very sharp up the top here. So you could definitely do a bit of damage with this one whilst you get your compliments. Thank you very much for the compliments. And now you're dead because you complimented me. Thank you so much. Christos, woman. Put that away. Put that away. It's the worst idea for a video I've ever had. Do I keep going? Yeah, I'll keep going. All right. Let's keep going. Dig up, stupid. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. The next one on this list is Musk Oud. Musk Oud by Roja Parfums. This did not make my Roja list in day one because I needed to use it for this list. And the reason why it's here, because, hell, for a rose and oud scent, there is no skankiness, there is no blue cheese, there's no barnyardiness to this. It's just clean woods, lovely aromas coming through. There's a lovely rose, but there's a lot of musks in here, right? They're not explicitly or consciously detectable by your prefrontal cortex, but you do notice them when you smell it, and it's just lovely. It's a surround sound of musks and rose and oud, and I think this is a huge compliment getter. Huge compliment getter. The performance on this is ridiculous off my skin, and you see these crystals, you see they're sharp, and you see these corners, and this is a hefty bottle as well. So you could definitely Musk Oud someone all the way off this mortal coil. How poetic. Can Shakespeare their ass to death. All right. Wherefore art thou? In hell. Yeah. Okay. I'm losing my mind. Okay. Or maybe it's maybe this is my true calling. You never know. I am a true spirit. Funny story about this particular shirt. I bought this in 2004 because I was in a techno club in Germany, in Berlin, and I was in Berlin for the Love Parade. I don't know, whatever. I was there for the Love Parade with some friends, and it's a long way to go from Australia to there for just to dance to like techno music in the streets. But that's what I did. And we went to a club, and the club name was Tresor. We went there when it was still daylight, so it was kind of warm, but then it got really cold, and because it was cold, I needed to buy a t-shirt to wear under my shirt that I was wearing to keep me warm so I didn't die, because Berlin can get warm and Berlin can get cold, not like Australia. And so I bought this, 20 euros. I've had it since 2004, and I can still fit into it. It still fits me. It's got like Tresor written on the back. I believe this club closed down. It was a really unique club because there was like a basement level, which was like old school sort of jail cells with like bluestone and people, and it was pitch black, and sometimes the strobe light would go off and you could see people dancing all around you, and people were dancing inside like jail cells. Yeah, people would have been like maybe tortured or killed. It's just really, really odd. But hey, wherever techno is, I'm not a huge fan of techno. I like house music though. But yeah, that's the story of this shirt, True Spirit. And that club died, I believe. So here I am with women killer fragrances in the spirit of techno. It may have opened up again, I'm not sure. Anyway, the next one in this list is by Xerjoff. This is Renaissance, probably one of my favorite summer fragrances of all time. All time. I don't know how they do it, but this is magic because it just lasts forever and it smells great. The citruses in here are great. The musks in here are great. And there's nothing better than smelling like this and like really, really spraying this on a super hot day. It's one of those ones where it's like really good for high heat. And I'm almost at the tail end of this bottle. And I've said it before and I'll stand by this. It is the best fragrance that Xerjoff make. No doubt. It's way more nuanced than anyone says it is. People brush it off because it's a citrus freshie. No one does it like this. No one does it like this. Not at all. And I love frosted bottles. Frosted bottles, and this little guy is just right. It's just right. Look at this. Oh yeah? Bang! Like that. You like this? So do I. Great. Bang! Like that. So this is also quite hefty, quite heavy. It's definitely a killer fragrance. You can definitely turn it into a killing machine. Thanks, Xerjoff. You will be killed in style. In Italian style. All right. Good. What are we up to? That was 5, 6, 7. Okay, so number 6 is being killed old school. And definitely one that will get you compliments as well, because it's not the parfum. This is Mitsuko by Guerlain, but this is the eau de cologne. So it's a little bit more fruity, a little less heavy and pungent, and it is just fantastic. This bottle right here is from 1967, and it smells phenomenal. Like, it smells great, like fresh, and I think, yeah. Look, it's even got like little bits in it. If you can see that, if I shake it up, like little bits underneath it, like there. Yeah, I think it's great. I love it. I do wear it. I have decanted it, and I do wear it because I don't like little dabbers and splashes. But this is definitely going to get you compliments. By whom, I'm not quite sure. They might identify as older ladies, but they will love it on you. And like anything else, like all the other bottles previously, this is definitely a candidate for a killer fragrance, because you can definitely, you've got like a good handle, got like a little sharp sort of edge over here, and you can definitely make some damage here whilst complimenting, you know. Thank you very much, like that. Subscribe or die, you know, something like that. Am I threatening everybody? It's not real, obviously. Unless you're an idiot, you won't think this is real. Okay. The very last one is actually probably a serious one. This one, I don't know why they discontinued this. This is great. This is L'Homme Cologne Gingembre. The downside, okay, the downside of this is that it doesn't last very long. The upside of this is it smells incredible. If you want compliments, this one, it's just there, right? Think of like L'Homme and the sweetness that's in L'Homme, but they've changed it to hype up the ginger, but they've actually made it like a ginger flavored hubba bubba, like a ginger flavored bubble gum that's in here. And yeah, it's great. Like, I do douse myself with this, and I can smell it faintly after like 4 hours, but that's basically it. And in terms of being a compliment getter, this is a beast of a compliment getter. I haven't mentioned it ever before on my channel, ever. And I know this is not the actual cap for it. The cap for it is different, but I don't have the cap for it. So I just stole one from, I think this is the Ultime cap. But these, if you sharpen them up, this could make like like a ninja star kind of thing, right? You could just chuck it and sort of behead people with it. So it can definitely be a killer to go along with a killer fragrance. So there you have it. That's 7 compliment-getting killer fragrances, women killer fragrances. Subscribe and then get compliments if you subscribe to my channel. Please stay tuned for day number 4. And I got to figure out what that looks like. But please stay tuned for that. And yeah, thanks for watching. Okay, so I realized that I only did 6 there because I didn't count. There was one more woman killer fragrance that will get you compliments. It is Brut by Fabergé. This is a very old one. Let me just open him up and I'll show you what's in this actual box, which I've never showed anyone before. I've had this for a number of years now. A number of years being a lot. And in here you get a bottle of Brut, and you also get soap on a rope, but it's Brut soap on a rope. So you can be brutally soaped on a rope. Better not drop it, or else the Brut will brute you. Brut for men, a staple in my household for quite a while. I think my dad used to wear this. Quite nice, man. And, you know, we make fun of it, but it's actually pretty good, especially in this guise, the old school one. Don't know what they've done with the new ones, but this old school one definitely deserves a bit more than just, laughter or shame thrown at it. Great. You know, I've never actually worn this. I don't know if today's the day for it. I might actually wear it. Let's see. Oops, a daisy. That was too much. It's not like your regular dabber, is it? Let's do that. And people who think that rubbing fragrances is bad, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. You don't destroy a chemical. You don't destroy a molecule by rubbing it unless you're rubbing it so hard that the friction causes heat and damages it. It's the only time. But rubbing it gently like that does nothing to the fragrance. This is actually really good. And I would probably say that, yes, this may get compliments. But at the same time, for people who don't appreciate this kind of scent, may kill them. You're in one camp or the other. So you could get brutally complimented, or you can get brutally savaged. And that's Brut for men. And that was the last one. Actually, that was the real last one. And there you have it. That's 7 now, because now I know how to count. And that's 7 fragrances that will get you compliments and kill all the women. Yay!